Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wildcats offense will go to work first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressed.
Turning it on! The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. Stumbled to the ground.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Makes the grab. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Wants to throw. It's Akbar. The throw. It's on target and complete. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Kentucky right back to the line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After the miss, no change in the score. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Let's talk about Alabama. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size, speed coming.
He's got it. First down and more. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that...
He tries to take the top off. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play. And those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
He'll throw on third down. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown tie. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Quick toss. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Alabama! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking to pass. It's Akbar. Zips it out to his man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. To the air on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. He'll pitch it. At the 45 on his way. He's loose. Touchdown, Bama! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. To throw, it's Akbar. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Kentucky going quickly. Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man quickly. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Here's the handoff. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for a man. It's Akbar. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He's going to let it go. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown Tide. And they take it in for 6 more points. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt. And quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Not quite able to turn that corner and get it to the house. He's out of bounds at the 8. He's piled up 87 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
And how about it? They change up the option look, run the option, but the receiver is the pitch man. And when he gets it, he does what he does best. Turn the afterburners on and takes it to the house.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Pulls it and fires to the left. Got room at the 35. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. And the Wildcats come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Going to try to pop one on the screen.
I love screen passes on offense, and you got to do them in different ways. To the running backs, you can do them to receivers, do them to tight ends. Didn't gain any yards on that one, but don't be afraid to dial that play up again later.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, it's Akbar. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Now on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Quick release on the RPO. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with a halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa.
Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Bunch formation for these receivers. He'll start this drive firing. Reels it in down the left side. He's loose. He's at the and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bama!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Finds a little space. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Pucks it out of the air. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to throw on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Lofts one high and deep. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, please bring it back, bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you've got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Lots of room to run. The 20. He's at touchdown. Crimson Tide. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Good execution by the offense. The quarterback making the right decision on the defender quickly. Get it to your running back. And how about the wide receivers and everybody else blocking in space, creating an alley so the running back can do the rest and make the huge play for the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Wide receiver going in motion. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 3rd down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm, and I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
On the move. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They're setting up the screen. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Set to kick this one away.
And he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then...
And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Wildcats. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Set to kick off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. He'll toss it. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Salter. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running.
Going deep. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown time. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Makes the grab. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too. We got to hold on to that thing.
And the Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got him in the flat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. One final play before the end of the quarter. Rides it and reads it. There he goes. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. He caught it! And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama! You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll leave it with him. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to. Stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Wildcats with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
There's just so much for this defense to think about. They've had strong side runs thrown at them. Now the counter. They know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about at this point in the game.
Reads it, fires complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Coming from the 27-yard line, you can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Picks up the first down, still moving. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll run this play from the pistol. The give to the tailback. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Second down, he'll throw it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes that Alabama offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And it's another 1st and 10 play. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Quick strike complete. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. 22. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming in this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Catch inside the 25. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy, just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Kentucky, 17.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. And it's picked off for the third time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.